Hi everyone, it's KIREI here for Hip Kit Club, and I have a new layout using the September main kit only, and I have pulled out a number of the pattern papers. I think I've ended up using 4 different ones, and then I have 4 photos I'm going to use on my layout, and I decided to just use them in a horizontal line, nearly said vertical, horizontal line, and then I'm layering them up and going to mount them on the yellow pattern paper here. It's called Sweet Opportunity, and I'm just going to stick them next to each other. I'm happy with the way I've got the photos. So and these photos are of a very recent little weekend we had away up on the Norfolk coast. I'm in the UK, and yeah, it's right on the coast. You can see there's a lovely beach there, and they have these fabulous brightly coloured beach huts that I love. It's such a lovely place, and I love getting to be by the sea. I don't live near it, so it is so nice to get by the seaside. There's something that's very calming about hearing water. So yeah, so and the bonus was the weather was good, which is always great because it's you can't always be sure with the weather here in the UK. Okay, so I started off with cutting up some strips here. I had this idea I was going to sort of have I guess, a vertical type design with the photos going across the top, but obviously I do change my mind about that. So yeah, but anyway, this is where I started. So I've pulled out the floral paper is called Starstruck, and I've got the hearts there. That is called All the Feels. And then here you can see I'm just pulling out some of the ephemera elements and some of the chipboard pieces to see. I always do this. I just sort of play around a little bit, get an idea of what I think my layout's going to be like. And then before I really start to get everything stuck down, often if I'm happy with things, I will actually take a photo so I have a reference for when I move everything ultimately, and then have to put it all back together. So yeah, so I'm definitely going down the route of following this design, which I've done something similar to this before actually. I like to layer up lots of papers that coordinate really nicely together, and of course all the papers in your Hip Kit Club kit do that perfectly. So yeah, so I'm still sort of going on that theme at the moment, but that's obviously going to change because I decide that no, that isn't the way it works. I mean, it does change, but I do just turn it round. So yeah, I still go with the same sort of idea with the layered papers, but obviously I just turn it around. So yeah. Anyway, I've got my papers. I am distressing all the edges, which is something that I pretty much always do. It's very rare that they are straight edges. I just like the added texture that that gives. And then I can start to get them layered up. But I think the video is going to flip in just a moment. I think you'll see that the layout also flips as well. So here we go. Right. Okay. Change my mind. So I've got a larger piece of that heart paper there. That's the all the feels paper that I'm going to use as a mount at sort of a base at the top. And then I will add my layered strips over that. So I've already got them stuck down now to the photo. And then I've got another series of layered strips that I'm going to use at the very bottom of the layout, just to balance that top. Now, apologies as well that occasionally you cut the little bit of the bottom of the layout off. I am actually away. I'm away for a week scrapbooking when I was making this. So I was doing quite a lot of my videoing while I was away. I go away every year for a week with my group of friends. There's usually sort of 8 or 9 of us, and we have a fabulous week in the countryside in a lovely large converted barn. And yeah, we scrapbook, we eat, we drink, we sit in the hot tub, we go out and explore the local area. We have a fabulous time. But it does mean I have to take sort of different equipment. And so sometimes, yeah, when I'm videoing, it's easy to knock my stand where my camera is, or so yeah, it can sometimes go. So apologies for that. Okay, so I'm getting everything stuck down here. I have just added my photos layer, and I just added foam pads to that top edge only, and then I stick it down flat at the bottom edge. Now here I've pulled out the rub-ons, and these have been appearing a little bit more in scrapbooking again. I think if you can remember back years ago, the old rub-ons, I think they're crikey, they were like Letraset, alphabets and things like that. Well, they are making a reappearance now, and they're fabulous. So we have a set in the September main kit, and I'm just cutting out that strip of coloured squares that you can see that there it is there, and I'm just going to add a little piece there. I was thinking I was going to add a piece at the top, but I don't actually do that. I just add the one piece there, and yeah, and you get the little stick just to rub it down and just peel it away slightly. Make sure that they are all down. There we go, nice and easy. So I'm building up a cluster down at the bottom because I want it to balance with the clusters and the photos at the top. And it's also, this is my journaling card. So this is where I'm actually going to also write my journaling, because I always add some journaling to my layout, whether it's just a lot, a sentence or two, or it's, a little bit more than that. So just to make sure I know, I can look back and remember the date and the story. And then here I'm just playing around with the ephemera and deciding which pieces I want to add. I've got the ephemera, I've got some of the chipboard shapes, and at the moment that I'm working with, and then I will add in some of the enamel dots as well. So yeah, just layering things up, just tucking some elements up here behind it. It's got a little ticket. I've got the little one there that says September, which actually made an appearance on a previous layout, and then I realized on the previous layout that it wasn't September, it was in August I did it, so I had to carefully lift it up and replace it with something else. So it's now made a reappearance because I got it off, no problems. It's made an appearance on this layout now because this was in September, so I got the date right this time. Okay, I've raised some elements up on foam pads, so that relax and chill with a cute little owl there, that's raised up on foam pads. Got that banner there with the colours, the different coloured flags on it that I'm going to use. I'll just tuck that in under my photos. And then, yeah, it's nearly coming together, actually. Once I figured out that the sort of layering of the pattern papers, the rest of it came together quite well. Oh, here we go. I'm getting a few more rub bands out. The trick here is to cut out the rub on with the backing piece, and then just, I'm placing them around here, deciding where they're going to go. Now, this is hilarious. I'm actually rubbing this and then went, oh, oops, I haven't removed the backing piece. So, top tip, when you're trying to rub on, make sure you've removed the backing piece first. Okay, so there we go. I'm getting those rubbed on, and then we'll get the last few bits on. But anyway, if you haven't, you're not a Hip Kit Club subscriber, but you'd really love to try the kits, I do have a discount code, and that will be available below the video in the description, and it will give you 10% discount off. It's not applicable with any other discounts or promotional codes, but it's a great way to try a kit if you're not a regular subscriber. So yeah, go over to the website and check out all the fabulous kits, because this is the main kit only, but Hip Kit have a load of other kits that you can also purchase as well. And there's the embellishment kit, there's the pocket live kit, there's the cardstock kit. So yeah, there's the color kit. Yeah, so there's loads of other fabulous things and they all coordinate beautifully. Okay, so there's my title, By the Seaside. Just trimming off that bottom journaling card. And then I think I'm sort of almost done. I think I do just add in a couple of I added a couple of extra rub-ons, and I did add my enamel dots because I'd forgotten to do that. And here are the close-ups. I hope you've enjoyed watching the process video, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.